just going to start off and say that I like this. Hey, y'all, it's Alesia Michelle. I am live, and I am here giving you my first reaction to the first rehearsals that are all going down in the Netherlands. What was up right now was Greece. And let me just start off and say, she looks great. This is actually the best styling of anybody. She looks like a pop star. It isn't... It's so weird. It's actually, you know what? I think that this is the same designer, and you can tell, who did Beyonce's The Blue catsuit, because it's that same sort of, like almost like matte glitter fabric. It's purple. She has cutouts in it. It looks amazing. She looks like a pop diva. This is the best styling I've seen. This is the best outfit because it is both a showpiece but tasteful. And the thing is, even though it's like a bodysuit and there are cutouts, I still feel like she looks age appropriate in a way. It's sexy without being trashy. And it looks like a showpiece. This is the Eurovision Song Contest, and we are looking for a show on the stage, and Greece is giving it to us. They have, the LEDs are sort of like a cityscape. And the crazy thing is, anyone who like follows me on social media will know that I'm obsessed with like Just Dance. And the technology that they're doing is basically like green screen technology. So when the dancers show up, it sort of is giving that Just Dance effect. If you play the game Just Dance, you see the dancers sort of move, but you don't really see their faces. They're sort of like whited out. Well, these are just, you see sort of like their jackets and then like hats and things. And so she's sort of dancing with like imaginary figures. And I actually like it. I think that it's a cool effect that people at home are going to go, oh, how did they do that? Oh, that's so cool. No one is going to turn away from the TV when this performance is on. No one is going to forget this performance. And you know what's so crazy? Because, you know, I always like to joke around and say that I'm psychic. And that doesn't necessarily mean that like my predictions are always right or anything like that. But I had a good feeling about this. And a lot of people were really thinking that Greece was going to flop. And to me, I was like, just based off the song, I don't think it's going to flop. Just based off sonically the song and what it was serving, and Stefania, and just the charisma that she really does bring to the stage. Now, I will say this. Let me keep talking about it. There's a moment where she literally looks like she's floating in the midst of the seascape. My prediction was that she would have sort of this look of flying. And I was like, I just feel like her feet will not be on the ground the whole time during the performance. And I was correct. Her feet were not on the ground. And there is a moment where she's sort of walking up, and then you see the dancers. And one thing I love is, you know, when you do a performance that sort of creates a lot of these illusions, I think it's really important also to at some point remind folks like, no, this is real. We are still on the same stage. And at the end of the performance, the dancers do come out, you see their faces, and we get that stage moment, which I do think is a nice clue and kind of a wink to the audience of like, yes, we did all of what you just saw on the same stage everybody else was on. And I will say it's performances like these that make me a little bit nervous for the performances that aren't using the tech at all, you know, just because I wonder if in a year like this, when we've been stuck in the house, people really do want to see something captivating. I think people have been consuming a lot of media this year, maybe more than they would have because we've been stuck in the house. So moments that you would have been taking a hike or going to the park or going out to dinner or going to the club with your friends, you know, you were in the house. So I wonder if people are really looking for those tech moments. And I mean, Greece is just completely serving it. I'm not worried about her vocal. She wasn't singing full voice the whole time. And I would say in the second run, she didn't preserve. It seemed like she was trying to like go for it, and was like, girl, we already know you can hit the notes. You don't need to hit these. You don't need to do it. But I will say, because she is doing so much motion on stage, she might also want to be sort of in that stamina training mode where it's like, I need to know what it feels like in this outfit, in these shoes, on this stage, singing these notes and standing where I need to stand and moving to where I need to move. So there's that. Okay. Gospel and Nelson, could Greece be in the top 10 this year? Yes. I said that before though. I said that I was like, the way that I have been listening to that song and the way that it has just been sticking with me, and now with this stage performance, I said before the stage performance that I was like, I could see Grease coming top 10 this year just because the song is so fresh. It's so current. It sounds literally ripped off the radio. And not a lot of songs have that quality. That it's something hard to kind of create because most of the time when you're in the studio, the song might come out, 5, 6 months, maybe even a year after when you wrote it. So you are sort of predicting like what people will be interested in. And it's very difficult to kind of take the pulse and figure it out. And this song just sounds so fresh and so current. It sounds like it's something that would be on the radio right now. Let me hop into the comments. Okay, Chris, initially I thought the song was too mature for her, but maybe the staging will make it more youthful. What do you think? I don't think that the song is too mature for her. What is she singing about that's like mature? And y'all know I'm a mom. Y'all know I be getting in with some of these girls like, girl, you don't know what you're talking about. You didn't write this. Like, you know what I mean? Even for the young boys too, the young male singers, it's like, what are you talking about? You don't know. You've never been in a relationship. Your heart hasn't been broken yet. You singing about, like maybe losing a video game or something. Like, I'm joking. But no, I didn't feel like the song was very mature. And again, I feel like the way she looked like a pop star and she looks like a girl coming into her womanhood as opposed to a girl that they are forcing and pushing out into womanhood. This all feels it really does feel very organic to me. It does feel fresh. It feels fun because ultimately the song is Last Dance, Last Dance. And the thing that I think about it, it's almost like, think about her being like a senior in high school. And it's like, this is our last time of like kind of youth and being in high school and having that moment where it's sort of like, oh, this is like our last dance. That's sort of the way that I was projecting it. Magda Staff, her voice was so good. We're so proud of our girl, Stefania. You should be. Ionis, is it similar to Margaret's Tempo from Mellow? No, because Tempo was very much more like, to me, Tempo almost reminded me a little bit more of Chameleon with the neon pops and stuff. No, I wouldn't say that. AU, did they use hologram technology? Not hologram. They used basically a green screen. So the performers were performing on the stage physically, but because they had the green screen, you see them kind of fade into the LED background. It was great. At ESC TEDx, media reporter said that there was a thing that was never seen before. So I just explained that. That was what it was. DJ Sherbert, losing a video game could be a big deal. That's what I'm saying. So just sing the song about like, and I lost this game. Oh, it was so hard. I don't know if I'll ever win again. Leon, I already described the performance. So I don't want to repeat myself, but I will probably reiterate. The thing is, Stefania, the vocal, I think she's going to be fine. We've heard her sing live numerous times. This is, she's a young performer, but she is not a novice performer. If I had a note, I think the note really is her getting more comfortable with knowing where to go, and I think I said this even to Elena, sometimes when you've rehearsed something so much, then when you get on the stage, you might like rush a little bit. It's like any moment that you can just center yourself in the performance and take a breath. Take a breath. And the other thing I would say too with Stefania, if you ever feel like you might miss the dance move, you are in purple, you are in the middle. If you feel like you're going to miss it, don't try and go for it late. Just stand, just hit it. You know what I'm saying? Just stand, just pose. Pull a Mariah, Mariah don't dance. She lets everybody else dance around her. So if there's ever a moment where you feel like you might miss a mark when you're in formations, don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Don't do it. You look cute. You can just stand there and pose and sing. Stand there and pose and sing. Just a bit of advice. Because really, I think, it is a lot of motions that she's going to have to do. I think she's going to work it out. But I think just knowing that moment of like, you are the star. Let the other people dance around you. And because there are some moments where they're in formation and she's in the middle and then they're dancing on the sides of her. It's like, if ever, just stop. And just sing, you know, if you feel, because it'll be better if you do that than if it looks like you're trying to catch up with the dancers. So that's just a freeing thing. But honestly, they've been rehearsing this so much, I know. And so I know they want it to be perfect. And this is great. It's going to qualify. I knew it was going to qualify. It's qualifying. No one should be worried about this qualifying. No one should be having these conversations about, oh, will Greece be a shock non-qualifier? No, no, they're not. um, uh, so wait, okay. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, so I'm gonna hop in the comments. Eurovision fan, thank you so much. I've been up early. Um, um, Cohen, does she have any backing vocals? You know, I wasn't even really paying attention to that because she just looked good. She sounded good. I don't even know if she necessarily needs backing vocal, because really with this song, I mean, her vocal is just so strong and good anyway. We've seen her perform live numerous times. And the backing tracks are fine because really the backing track, the like, like, you know, they don't need to do anything. Dawn, does she have good stage screen presence? Yes. She looked beautiful. She looked so pretty. I don't even think they had her in full like hair and makeup, low key, but she looked great. If this was the full hair and makeup, she looked great. It was fine. She just looked like a pop star. The whole stage show to me looked expensive. And, you know, there will be some, I think, press and stuff who will nitpick this to death. And that's totally fine because there are some people who really are expert in this. And I could probably sit here and pick it to death. I think people at home, when they turn this on, they're going to remember it. They're going to be like, wow, that is so cool. There is a moment that does kind of have that Sergei Lazarev, you're the only one, where, you know, she's sort of suspended in this and floating in this pink and purple cityscape. And you see the camera kind of circle around her, like when Sergei did the whole thing. And so there is like a little nod to that. I mean, the tech in this is really great. I love the way that they're utilizing the LEDs and green screen to make the dancer sort of fade in the back where she's just dancing with sort of these nondescript male figures. But then at the end of the performance, everyone coming out into the forefront and just delivering this really professional, slick show. Greece has done it. Greece has done it. It's really, really great. Iona says, whose staging is still better? I mean, what Ireland is doing is extremely ambitious. So far in semifinal 2, this is the most ambitious staging we've seen. And arguably, I don't think that anyone else, I'm not expecting anyone else today to do anything else really revolutionary. Bulgaria might do something really special and have a surprise on stage. And Switzerland could really create like a nice intimate moment that could be dynamic. Vulcan, could Greece have a top 10 finish? Yes. Ogren, do you think Greece have elevated their chances of winning? I don't know if Greece is winning. I don't feel the winning buzz that you kind of feel. And I think that would have to be here already. But Greece should definitely be higher in the odds after this. Yeah, Greece should be in the top 10 after this. If there's a way to put a bet on Greece finishing top 10, I'd place that bet. Yeah, well, that's it. Ayub just says, do you have high expectations for the Big Five? Yes, I do. But honestly, Greece killed it today. This was a great first rehearsal. Stefania looked amazing. I had high hopes and I did have high expectations for Greece, and ultimately they've met them. I'm really, really pleased with what I saw. I think that they will go and rehearse. They will clean up all of the things. But this was great. This was a great first impression, and people at home are really going to love this. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please like, please subscribe to my channel. If you are in this chat talking to me and are not subscribed, what are you waiting for? This is the moment. Like, Eurovision season is here. I am so hyped. And I hope you are too. Thank you.